Fifth Avenue Committee is a nonprofit, comprehensive community development corporation whose mission is to pursue social and economic justice, and we do that in a variety of ways, including developing and managing affordable housing and community facilities, training and placing people into living wage jobs, teaching adult education and literacy to over 350 folks a year, organizing residents and workers, preventing displacement and gentrification, and working with individuals that are returned to the community from prison, and working on criminal justice reform issues. I kind of like to sum it up by saying that Fifth Avenue Committee helps people live and work with dignity.
There are a lot of organizations that may do pieces of the work that FAC does, but FAC has all these different arms and that work together. It's a more holistic kind of way of seeing people in all aspects of their lives and helping them.
The Fifth Avenue Committee has done a tremendous job of providing development, providing support for people who live in the community, and preserving the character of the neighborhood over the years.
Fifth Avenue Committee directly touches the lives of about 5,000 people every year. And for many of the people with whom we work, it's a transformative experience.
I was in a shelter. There was just like people everywhere, kids, adults, just everywhere. And I still had to go to work. My kids still had to go to school. And I was like, all right, how am I gonna do this? One of the housing specialists, she just sent me to one of the open houses. Everybody was so nice. I didn't feel like they were looking down on me because I came from the shelter. I just felt like they really wanted to help.
Without organizations like FAC, so many people would be priced out of the neighborhood completely, whether small businesses or individual citizens who would like to live in their neighborhood they grew up in or the neighborhood they love.
I came here specifically for the training that for telecommunications and cable installation. I took the class for 6 weeks. We had a test at the end. I aced it, and I've been a network telecommunications cable installer for 8 months.
We work very closely with hundreds of employers once folks complete training so that individuals can access those jobs.
FAC is a big, big, big part of my life right now. This new stage, new beginning.
The people we work with are mostly new immigrants representing more than 24 different countries. And like everyone else who comes to the United States, these are individuals who are obviously pursuing the American dream and realize that in order to do that they have to have the educational foundation.
I came to this country like 13 years ago, and when I just came here, I didn't have a clue about the English language, and that was my major concern. I want to learn English, and also I want to finish my high school. I got it through Fifth Avenue Committee. I got my GED, and at this point I feel like very successful because I got my GED finally.
You think about what someone needs when they're returning from prison. They need a job, they need access to housing, they need access to education.
I had a drug problem before I got to Fifth Avenue Committee. So I went to the Salvation Army and got cleaned up. I had to take care of my child support, and I had an outstanding bench warrant because I had left the state of New Jersey, and I wasn't supposed to leave the state of New Jersey. But in the state of New Jersey, they don't have really good drug programs. Fifth Avenue Committee has helped me with my child support and my outstanding warrants. They was helpful in getting all my fines taken care of, and they are helping me with my housing. Fifth Avenue Committee has showed me that I'm doing this not only for me, but for my kids.
We're the only community development corporation in the city of New York that has a reentry program, and one of a handful in the country. Our La Unión de la Comunidad Latina initiative, which has over 600 members of new immigrants from the Sunset Park community, fights for immigrant rights and economic justice.
I became an activist through La Unión de la Comunidad Latina. We hear about the problems and then we act on that. Sometimes letters have to be sent, sometimes lawyers have to be involved, and sometimes we just have to go and protest. So La Unión de la Comunidad Latina help us to raise that voice that is inside and say, we also need to be heard.
Single Stop is part of our wraparound services that we provide. Services include benefits, advocacy and counseling, legal services, and financial literacy counseling, including credit counseling.
Until I can receive that letter that I owe $3,800. Muchacho, me iba a volver yo loca. My people in here, they've been wonderful for me. Por eso, pero me siento conforme con el Fifth Avenue Committee. Y hasta ahora todo lo que han hecho, pues estoy conforme con.
The programs of the Fifth Avenue Committee are vital to a diverse community, precisely because without them, this community would be far less diverse.
If you are committed to trying to lift people out of poverty and give people opportunities, then I think this is a great organization to support.
So I want to thank Fifth Avenue Community for this opportunity.
They number one in my book, always, because they gave me and my son a chance.
Todos han sido buenos.
It's a friend that we can always count on.
They care about people.
I thank God these people are standing on their word for what they're doing for people. I'm a product of it.